sir, I'm gonna start with the Form A pre-trip inspection. I'm gonna start with the fire clearance light on the top of the cap. They are not cracked, broken, or damaged. No missing light bulb. They are amber in color because they're on the front of the truck. They are secured with screws. No missing. The 3 clearance light on the top in the middle. They are to measure the height of the truck. I have 2 ID lights, 1 on each side, and they are to measure the width of the truck. Moving to the windshield, it's not cracked, broken, or damaged. No illegal stickers. It has a weather gasket. It's not cut, fade, or damaged, and it prevents air, water, and dust coming inside the cab. Underneath my truck, I don't see loose belts, wires, or hoses. No fresh oil or water leaks. And my axle, it's not cracked, broken, it's not bent or damaged. Does not have illegal welds. Moving to my headlights. My headlights are secured to the hood with bolts, nuts, and spacers. My high and low beam are not cracked, broken, or damaged. There's no missing light bulb. My 3-way light, it's not cracked, broken, or damaged. It has 3 functions: turn signal lights, emergency lights, and parking lights. My reflector, it's not cracked, broken, or missing. My reflector and my 3-way light, they are amber in color. My convex mirror bracket, it's not cracked, broken, or damaged, and it's secured to the hood with bolts, nuts, and spacers. My convex mirror is not cracked, broken, or damaged, and it has no illegal stickers. Going to open the hood so I can show you the engine compartment. Right side is clear. Right. Sir, can you step aside? I'm going to open the hood. Right, sir, I'm gonna start with the coolant reservoir. It's not cracked, broken, or damaged. It's secured to the radiator with bolts, nuts, and spacers. It's at the proper level. It has 2 caps. They're in a closed and secure position with a good gasket. I don't see water leaks. The hose, it's not cut, further damaged. It has 2 clamps at each end to prevent water leaks. My water pump, it's not cracked, broken, or damaged. It's secured to the engine block with bolts and spacers. Has a good gasket. I don't see water leaks. The water pump, it's belt driven. The belt, it's not cut, further damaged. Does not have more than 3/4 of play when I pull it with the hand. My oil dipstick, it's not cracked, broken, or damaged. You take it once, you clean it, put it back. As you can see, sir, it's at the proper level. My oil refill cap, it's a closed and secure position with a good gasket. I don't see oil leaks. Power steering reservoir, it's at the proper level. It's not cracked, broken, or damaged. It's secured to the frame with bolts, nuts, and spacers. Has 2 caps, closed and secure position with a good gasket. On the back of my engine block, I have the air compressor and the power steering pump. I'm gonna start with the air compressor. It's not cracked, broken, or damaged. It's secured to the engine block with bolts and spacers. It has a good gasket, no oil leaks. It's gear driven. It lubricates with the engine oil. The air tank has air lines. They are not cut, further damaged, and I don't hear any air leaks. Next to my air compressor, I have the power steering pump. It's not cracked, broken, or damaged. It's secured to the engine block with bolts and spacers. Not missing. Has a good gasket. I don't see oil leaks. My power steering pump has 2 hoses. They are not cut, further damaged, and they're properly secured at each end. I don't see oil leaks. My steering column, it's not cracked, broken, or damaged. It's secured with 2 universal joints. They are properly greased. My gearbox, it's not cracked, broken, or damaged. It's secured to the frame with bolts, nuts, and spacers. It has a gasket. The gasket is in good condition. I don't see oil leaks. It's secured with 4 bolts and spacers. My pitman arm, it's not cracked, broken, or damaged. It's secured to the gearbox with bolts, nuts, and spacers. My drag link, it's not cracked, broken, or damaged. It's secured to the pitman arm with castle nuts and cutter pins. My steering knuckle, it's not cracked, broken, or damaged, and it's secured to the drag link with castle nuts and cutter pins. The tie rod, it's next to the axle. It's not cracked, broken, or damaged, and it's secured to the lower steering knuckle. Moving to the suspension, my shock absorber, it's not cracked, broken, or damaged. I don't see, it's not shot. I don't see oil leaks. It's secured on the top to the frame with bolts, nuts, and spacers. At the bottom is secured to the lift spring spacer with bolts, nuts, and spacers. My lift springs are not cracked, broken, or damaged. My 2 lift springs are straight. They are not. They don't have more than 1/4 of damage. If they are, my truck will be put out of service. My lift springs are secured to the lift spring hangers with the rubber bushing, bolts, nuts, and spacers. My brake chambers. My brake chambers are not cracked, broken, or damaged. They are secured with a factory seal clamp. They are not loose. My brake chamber has an air line. It's not cut, frayed, or damaged. No air leaks. My push rod, it's not. The brake chamber has 3 parts: push rod, slack adjuster, and adjusting nut. The push rod, it's not cracked, broken, or damaged. Can I have more than 1 inch of play when the brakes are released? My slack adjuster, it's not cracked, broken, or damaged, and it's secured to the push rod with 2 pins and 2 cutter pins. The adjusting nut, it's not cracked, broken, or damaged. My brake drums, I don't feel deep grooves. They are free of oil and grease. They are not cracked, broken, or damaged. My brake linings are not cracked, broken, or damaged, free of oil and grease. If the brake linings has less than 1/4 of thickness, they will be replaced for new ones. Moving to my tire, from the inside and outside, I don't feel bulges, cuts. It's not frayed or damaged. My deep thread, it's cannot be less than 432. My air pressure is between 100 and 110 psi. I know this because this morning I checked with a commercial gauge when I was doing my pre-trip. My front tire has to be original. My back tires, they can be recap or original. My tire is properly mounted to the rim. I don't hear air leaks. My rim, it's not cracked, broken, or damaged. It's secured with 10 lug nuts and 10 studs. Around my lug nuts, I don't see rust. And on my stud, I don't see shining, meaning it's not cross-threaded or it's not loose. My axle hub, it's not cracked, broken, or damaged. It has a good gasket. I don't see oil leaks. It's secured with 6 bolts and spacers. It's at the proper level, as you can see, sir. And it's self-lubricated. I still have 3 more parts to show you. Can you follow me? This is my washer reservoir. It's not cracked, broken, or damaged. It's secured to the cap with bolts, nuts, and spacers. Has a cap in a closed and secure position with a good gasket. I don't see washer leaks. It's at the proper level. My AC compressor, it's not cracked, broken, or damaged. It has 2 hoses that are not cut, frayed, or damaged. I don't hear or see any oil or air leaks. My AC compressor, it's belt driven. The belt's not cut, frayed, or damaged, and it should not have more than 3/4 of play when I pull it with the hand. My alternator, it's not cracked, broken, or damaged. It has 2 electrical cables that are not cut, frayed, or exposed. My alternator is belt driven. The belt's not cut, frayed, or damaged, and it should not have more than 3/4 of play when I pull it with the hand. With this, I conclude with the Form A pre-trip inspection. I'm gonna continue with the coupling system.